and your heart burn? Yeah. He has showed up and really showed out, amen? And that's his time. Introduce the young man that you have seen on campus. He's been a truly blessing to a lot of y'all. I see him talking and ministering to you. You've been loving on him. And he can shoot some hoop too. He's a baller, they say. That's right. Y'all show your love.
Father God, that's the greatest love story I think that has ever been concocted. We praise you, Lord. Praise you that we could come together and have such a joy and excitement and enthusiasm, God, that is so overwhelming because of what you did for us. God, thank you for this camp. I don't think it gets any better than this. Amen. Amen. It's an exciting camp, isn't it? But you know what? I'm tired. I am so tired. But guess what? You can help me out. Wake me up a little bit. I'm going to say, what's up? You say, you know what's up. It's a G-O-D thing. Gotta say it all together. I say, what's up? You say, you know what's up. It's a G-O-D thing. Are you ready? Amen. And every day, it's not just every day at camp, but it's every day in our lives. It needs to be a G-O-D thing. Let me start like this. Moses, Jesus, and the third guy were on the golf course. I love the game of golf, so I love this story when I heard it. Moses gets up to the tee and he whacks the ball and it's flying through the air over the fairway, and all of a sudden it's heading towards this water trap. The ball hits the ground, and as it's rolling towards the water trap, Moses raises his club and the waters part. The ball rolls to the other side, safe and sound. Then Jesus gets up to the tee and he whacks the ball up into the air, high up into the air. It's going in the same direction. In fact, it's going towards that same water trap, except this time it lands in the middle of the water. As it hovers over the water, Jesus, as he's known to do, walks out on the water and safely chips the ball up onto the green. Then this third guy gets up there and he randomly whacks the ball at who knows where. It goes out of bounds over a picket fence into oncoming traffic. It bounces off the top of a semi-truck onto the roof of an old shack as it rolls down the roof into the gutter, down the spout, out of the spout. Now it's rolling towards that same water trap. Before it gets to the water, it hits a stone. It bounces out onto the water and lands on a lily pad, safe and sound. Just then a frog jumps up, grabs the golf ball in its mouth. As the frog does that, an eagle swoops down, grabs the frog in its claws, flies away. As the frog is scared to death, it screams, it drops the golf ball onto the green, and it rolls gently and slowly into the hole for a hole-in-one. Moses turns to Jesus and says, I hate playing with your dad. Heard that story, I was reading it over the internet. Some friends from Europe emailed it to me. They know I love golf, and I laughed. And I laughed some more. But guess what? Then as I became so amused by it, I thought of my Creator. I thought, God, you could really do that. The birds of the air, the waves, everything obeys you, all that you created. And Ephesians 3:20 says, to him be the glory who can do immeasurably more than all we could ever ask or imagine. You know, that's a pretty far out story. Beyond our imagination, I don't think we would ever see it. But God could actually do it. Because you know what? Nothing is too difficult for God. Absolutely nothing. You know what? He created the entire universe, and it was no more difficult for him to create the universe as it was for him to create that beautiful little butterfly that flutters through the air. Nothing is too difficult for God. And you know what? He's always going to be here with us. He's always going to be here taking care of us. But you know, sometimes he sees fit to take us through the valleys. And he doesn't ask us to understand, but he does tell us to trust. Let me tell you how I came to trust this mighty God. Amen? Amen. I remember it was just like yesterday. I remember my dad at 4 years old, when I was 4, he got me started into sports. And I worked on every sport. I was pretty much good at every sport you can think of. But baseball was what I loved the most. And every year I practiced diligently, and I got better and I got better. By the age of 10, I had it all planned out. I had it all planned out. Dad, I said, you're not going to have to worry about me. We're sitting on the back porch, and I'm telling my dad, I'm going to get a baseball scholarship through college. And then on to the big leagues I'm going to go. My dad smiled at me. That was what I had planned out. Proverbs 16:9 says, in his heart a man will plan his course, but the Lord determines his steps.